Last-minute bombshell. Daniel Levy is ready to decide on Ange Postecoglou's future. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. A fresh report has clarified that Daniel Levy is ready to decide on Tottenham's managerial position, as the Spurs chairman faces a big decision over the future of Ange Postecoglou. Reports over the last few days have indicated that Postecoglou's job at Tottenham is not secure despite the club's Europa League win. Postecoglou came out fighting in his final press conference of the season on Sunday, insisting that he is the man to take Tottenham to the next level and get them to compete for trophies on a regular basis. However, the reality is that Spurs have had their worst ever Premier League campaign, having lost a shocking 22 matches, and they could have been in danger of being relegated if the bottom three were not as bad as they have been. The Standard's Dan Kilpatrick has now revealed that Levy remains undecided on whether to sack Postecoglou after the events of last week. The journalist points out that Tottenham have had a season of extremes and suggests that Levy's decision has only become harder after what went on after the final whistle against Brighton on Sunday. There was a jubilant mood at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium during the lap of appreciation after the game, with the fans and the players showing a level of unity the club has not seen for a long time. Kilpatrick states that by sacking Postecoglou, that unity could be threatened, making it a huge call for the Spurs chairman to make, given that he remains a divisive figure among the fan base. Levy might leave the decision to Fabio Paratici. It has been widely reported over the last few weeks that Fabio Paratici will return to Tottenham in a formal role this summer when his FIFA ban expires. Some sources over recent weeks have reported that Paratici will have the final say on who takes over as Spurs head coach this summer. Unlike Levy, the Italian remains popular among the Tottenham fan base, and he might thus be the right man to be entrusted with the decision, although the buck ultimately will stop with the Spurs Supremo. Spurs have been linked with multiple managers over the last few weeks, and they are keen on the Inter Milan boss, Simone Inzaghi. The 49-year-old has done an exceptional job at the Italian club, and he helped them win the league title last season. He has guided them to a second-place finish in the league this season, and his side are in the final of the Champions League. It will be interesting to see if he can help Inter Milan win the cup this season. Tottenham wants Simone Inzaghi. According to journalist Fabrizio Romano via L'Interista, Tottenham are keeping tabs on the 49-year-old manager, and they could look to make a move for him in the summer. Postecoglou is expected to leave the club despite winning the Europa League. Inzaghi would be an exceptional acquisition for Tottenham if they can get the deal done. He is one of the most promising managers in the game right now, and the 49-year-old could help them bounce back strongly next season. He has been hailed as excellent by Beppe Marotta. Tottenham have finished 17th in the league table this season, and that is simply unacceptable for a club of their stature. They should be fighting for Champions League qualification every season and doing well in their domestic competitions as well. There is no doubt that they have a talented squad, and the right manager might be able to bring out the best in them. The Italian certainly has the pedigree to succeed in the Premier League. He has proven himself in Italy, and he could be open to trying out a new challenge. Biasin has revealed that the 49-year-old manager will meet with the Inter Milan hierarchy after the Champions League final to discuss his future. It remains to be seen how the situation unfolds. Tottenham Hotspur are interested in signing the Chelsea attacker Christopher Nkunku at the end of the season. The 27-year-old attacker needs to leave Chelsea in the summer, and he could prove to be a quality acquisition for Tottenham. According to Fischages, the London outfit are showing great interest in the player, and they could look to sign him on loan with an option to buy. The report claims that Spurs would be willing to pay £35 million for the player if the loan spell goes well. It remains to be seen whether Chelsea are prepared to sanction his departure on loan with an option to buy. Tottenham has held a long-term interest in the player. They tried to sign him a few years ago as well. He is not a key player for them, even though he has 19 goal contributions this season. The player has not been a regular starter for them either, and he will look to get his career back on track with ample game time. Tottenham could provide him with an opportunity next season. They need more cutting edge in the final third, and the 27-year-old is capable of operating across the front three. He will add goals and creativity to the side. He was one of the best attackers in European football during his time in Germany, and he will look to get back to that level once again. Chelsea defender Wesley Fofana has claimed that Nkunku's finishing is incredible, and Tottenham could certainly use someone with that attribute. They have not been able to score consistently, and the 27-year-old could make a big difference for them in the final third. The attacker is at the peak of his powers, and he could look to make an instant impact at the North London club. Tottenham have secured Champions League qualification for the next season, and they will be an attractive destination for the player. Signing him on loan with an option to buy would be a low-risk acquisition with huge potential upside. Spurs defender Cristian Romero has been linked with a move away from the club in recent months. The 27-year-old central defender is on the radar of clubs like Atletico Madrid, and there have been rumours that he could look to move in the coming weeks. Fabrizio Romano has now revealed that Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy will not make it easy for the player to move on. He is an important player for the club, and they will look to hold on to him. They have secured Champions League qualification for the next season, and it will be interesting to see if that is enough to convince the World Cup winner to continue at the London club. Even if he decides to move on, clubs will have to pay a premium to sign the player. Romano said on YouTube, "Now, with Tottenham beating Manchester United in the Europa League final means that they will be in the Champions League. So the feeling around the project, and also that the chairman of Tottenham will make it even more difficult for some of the more important players to leave Tottenham this summer. One of them is for sure Cuti Romero." As mentioned, Cuti Romero was one of the players Paratici wanted, had him at Juventus, first signing him from Genoa, then the player went to Atalanta, Tottenham signed the player from Atalanta, now he remains an absolutely crucial player for Tottenham. Now, Romero is out of contract in 2 years, and it's going to be a situation to follow because at the moment there are no conversations ongoing to extend his contract, but for sure now Daniel Levy will try his best to keep Cuti Romero despite strong interest, especially from Spain. Romero is one of the best defenders in the Premier League, and there is no doubt that he is a world-class player. Tottenham must hold on to players like him if they are serious about fighting for trophies regularly. It has been a disappointing season for them, and they will look to make amends next year. They need their top players to stay to get back on track. That wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for our latest content. Be sure to give this video a like and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow the Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for tuning in, and as ever, come on you Spurs!